Hey crypto kids, and welcome back to another video. Today Bitcoin is seeing a drop towards the downside. Now we have been talking about this potential drop for the past couple of days, especially on this channel, and I have been warning you guys, and we're finally seeing this drop on Bitcoin, and I was able to catch this short earlier on today, just a couple of hours ago, and currently we're at 9% profits on Bitflex, which is not too shabby. This is of course the low capital account. I'm waiting for the bull market to, of course, I don't like shorting Bitcoin. Shorting Bitcoin is against, it's against our overall concept and ideology. I'm personally a Bitcoin maxi, so I never enjoy shorting Bitcoin. But of course, we got to trade with the markets. So this is pretty cool. 9% gains is pretty cool for the time being with low capital, especially. So this was just a 5x leverage trade. And if you guys want to be trading Bitcoin as well, I'm currently trading on Bitflex. I think it's a pretty cool exchange. They had a very cool UI upgrade with fixed leverage, etc. So if you want to give it a go, you can use the link in the description below. It's also no KYC at the moment, and you'll be able to participate in future giveaways that we hold with Bitflex. And if you want to trade on Bybit, it is a KYC exchange, but it has a larger array of alternatives, and you can watch how to trade on Bitflex, not Bitflex, Bybit, using the card above over there, and you'll get a very nice deposit bonus if you decide to do so too. So are we going to have, right, are we going to have a bounce back towards the upside? What's going to happen? Why is this happening? We're going to talk a lot more detail in today's video. For your information, I just put my stop loss to my entry point, so this will be, in the worst case scenario, a break even. I would usually take profits, but it's just an amount that really doesn't matter at all. But if of course, 9% is pretty good, and I would at the moment take at least 25% off this trade if I were doing this with larger capital. But for the time being, it's absolutely fine, and I will leave it as worst case scenario, it will break even, and that is fine on my behalf. Now, if we jump onto TradingView, I was discussing this bearish crossover on these two moving averages, and I discussed how important this crossover is, and that historically, whenever we did see this crossover, Bitcoin dumped drastically. The last time that we saw this bearish crossover on the moving averages was back, it was back in the 27th, well, the 3rd of January, the week of the 3rd of January back in 2022. And of course, until the next bullish crossover, Bitcoin dumped around 60%. Now, I'm not saying we're going to dump 60%, but it's not looking good whatsoever. So this trading system is called Consensio. I discussed this trading system in more detail in these past videos, so do make sure to go back on my videos and watch them if you haven't watched them already. That is very important. But we discussed that Bitcoin on the macro looks bad, and that it would most likely, according to technical analysis, have a drop towards the downside, which is what we're seeing at the moment. Now, let's put on our SAR. So yeah, weekly doesn't look good at all. If we have a look on the daily time frame, we're kind of seeing a break of this triangle, if you want to call it. Oh, it's already there. There we go. It's kind of loaded. So we are seeing a break of this, if you want to call it, a descending triangle. We're trying to see the break towards the downside here. We're still in the very early stages, so this may end up being a wick. And take notice that these moving averages are trying to cross bullish again, but if we continue falling, then this bullish crossover will not happen on the daily time frame, and we will most likely end up dumping towards the $24,000 level ranges. So I think 24.2 is a good place. Why is it a good place? Because we saw this wick on OKX. Of course, different exchanges have different wicks on this candle specifically. It was a huge price discrepancy, which is something very unusual, but on OKX in particular, 24.2 is very good. We have a wick right over here. We have a wick right over here. So in fact, I'm going to put my take profit at $24,250 over here. And the way to do that is actually just to put take profit stop loss. My stop loss is already set. We just want to put take profit at, what was it, 24,250 USDT. So that will give us a nice 132 USDT ROI, which will be 26.94%, which is absolutely fantastic. I want to do index price just to make sure it hits that price in particular. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So let's press confirm, and that is going to be our take profit and stop loss set over there, which is amazing. So well, in my case, I'm hoping Bitcoin falls further towards the downside. This is probably the biggest move that we've seen in the past weeks. I mean, it's just been so dull in the markets. And these wicks that you see over here are mostly done by exchanges because in a time like this, right, market makers need to make money. And for market makers to make money, there has to be volatility. So these wicks that you see over here on these candles are mostly orchestrated by market makers so that, simply they could make some money during a rough time like this where volatility is low on the markets. Now, I've been doing some deep dives into market making, how it works, etc. And honestly, it's pretty interesting. And hopefully, in the coming weeks, I will share you more detail upon what I found on my research. It's really, really interesting. I mean, I would have never thought, the market worked this way. So I will be sharing some of the stuff very soon with you. I just want to perfect my knowledge and deliver it in the best way possible. So just wait for that and make sure to leave a like and turn on the notification bell. Of course, you do not want to miss the content that's going to be coming up very soon, and it's super, super important. Now, before we end off the video, Token 2049 is going to be starting in 2 days, ladies and gentlemen, and I will be there alongside many other cool people in the space. If you are in crypto and you can go to Singapore, I definitely recommend checking this event out. Why, you may ask? Because when I started, right, I built the network I did, met the people I, met, and learned a lot of the information that I know now thanks to attending conferences like these, thanks to meeting a lot of cool people like the people I've met. So this is definitely a great opportunity to go ahead and meet some of the coolest people in the industry, and I will try to be getting as many interviews, as many cool content as possible during this insane event. And I will be here for a week in Singapore, so that will be absolutely fantastic. Again, to follow the journey along, I highly recommend turning on the notification bell so you can see me over here. And if you guys are in Dubai on the 24th and 25th of October, then come to Blockchain Live Forum 2023, because I will be speaking here again with some pretty cool people as well. But ladies and gents, that is pretty much it for today's video. I just wanted to make a very cool update on the Bitcoin price falling towards the downside. So guys, stay safe out there and see you everyone very, very soon back on the channel. I'm Chris the Kid, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.